CarPro system has a very, very high closing rate. That would be the first thing I would tell you.
We find that once that they are here, the closing ratio is incredible. These people are buyers.
Our closing percentage on a CarPro is upwards of about 80%.
I think that the closing ratio is around 50 to 60% when people come in the showroom.
We close the majority of them. If we've got what they're looking for, it really doesn't come down to price.
Because regardless of what I'm doing, nothing is more important to me than selling an automobile. And when you get a CarPro referral, that's exactly what you're going to do.
Generally, if they show up on our lot, which is over half the time, we have a 90% closing ratio with the folks that show up on our lot.
The CarPro referrals close at a much higher rate.
That's what business is. You find something that works and you want to do more of it. CarPro works.
CarPro is the best closing ratio of any kind of lead we get. There is not one single lead source out there. You know, internet leads and stuff like that, the best you can do is 10, 12, 15%, something like that. We're talking about 60 to 70 to some months 80% closing ratios on these customers.
If they come in, it may be higher than 90. That's a high number in the car business, but if they come in, we get them.
Right now our closing ratio is probably in the 75 to 80%.
100% of them are engaging us and giving us an opportunity. And we're closing at about 80%.
These customers close at probably an 80-85% close rate.
CarPro referral closing ratio is extremely higher than a normal person just walking in, or someone even that was referred by someone else.
I would love to say 100%, but I can't. I'll say probably in the 80s.
It's a 90% to 95% closing ratio.
You know, your closing ratio is probably somewhere in the 80% range.
I'll tell you what, if I'm not 90%, I'm not 1%. It is that good.
It's a high closing ratio. I wish the rest of the walk-ins was anywhere near that.
Easily 75, 80%.
If it's a CarPro internet lead, it's about 70%.
One of the things that he told me was that 80% closing ratio of the people that come through the door with CarPro, and that was such a huge number. Well, I'm here to tell you it's a true number and might be even a little bit light.